Peace and blessings, beloved. It is Flow, not telling you what I heard, but what I know. What I know is that you're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're always going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. Thank you so much for stopping by today's Daily Boost program. For those of you who are new to our program, Daily Boost is a 7-day pillar challenge and chakra system that we use in addition to some other tools in Love and Action Network in order to help people get free for real, for real. And today's chakra that we're going to be focusing on is the throat chakra. And the mantra is I speak. But before I get too far ahead of myself and get into all of that fun, let us do our inspirational card of the day and also the 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact with Melody Beattie. The card that I pulled for today's session is All is Okay. All is okay. All that I feel is okay. I hold myself in love through the unsureness, the worry, doubt, anger, fear, anxiety, rejection, or overwhelm. I'm thankful to feel the full range of emotions I do. These emotions are the very contrast that leads to my higher expansion. Today's card is All is Okay. That's your miracle message. All that I feel is okay. I hold myself in love through the unsureness, the worry, doubt, anger, fear, anxiety, rejection, or overwhelm. I am thankful to feel the full range of emotions that I do. These emotions are the very contrast that leads to higher expansion. Moving forward into 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact with Melody Beattie, this week's theme is all about paying dues. The author writes in day 5, my sister asked me what I wanted at a time when I was floundering, a man said. I told her and she responded, well, then you better change what you're doing because you're not behaving like that's what you want. I'm going to read that one more time. That's crazy. My sister asked me what I wanted at a time when I was floundering, a man said. I told her and she responded, well, then you better change what you're doing because you're not behaving like that's what you want. Are you willing to pay the price for what you say you want? That's the question today in the text. Are you willing to pay the price for what you say you want? The action is, I know you've given before and sometimes haven't received anything in return, but you may have swung too far the other way, thinking you don't need to pay dues or give of yourself to earn what you want. Put some of yourself into that relationship. Don't do all the giving. It can be important to let other people give to you so that they can invest something of themselves in the relationship too. But for a while, stop thinking about what you're going to receive. Just give. Instead of grumbling about how unfulfilling that job is, maybe you could make it more fulfilling by giving more of yourself. Where are you willing to pay dues? Where you are willing to pay dues can tell you a lot about what you desire. Don't just stand there with one hand in your pocket. Work for what you want. I'm going to read the last part one more time. But for a little while, stop thinking about what you're going to receive. Just give. Instead of grumbling about how unfulfilling that job is, maybe you could make it more fulfilling by giving more of yourself. Where you are willing to pay dues can tell you a lot about what you desire. Don't just stand there with one hand in your pocket. Work for what you want. That's today's reading from 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact with Melody Beattie. This week's theme is all about paying dues. There are no perks without works, folks. We got to work for our dreams. We got to believe in ourselves. All right, as promised at the top of this live stream, today is Throat Chakra Day in Love and Action Network. This is the chakra or inner wheel system that helps us focus on our communication, our self-expression, and our authenticity. And so if you are a person who wants to better communicate, if you want to express yourself better and have an authentic life, here are some questions to consider. In our network, we no longer have a lot of answers for people. We don't tell people how to live or what to do or anything like that. But we do have questions that I can consider and that you can consider as loved and lovable humans. All right. As it relates to your inner voice, what does your inner voice sound like? Is it kind and supportive or critical and harsh? What does your inner voice sound like? Is it kind and supportive or critical and harsh? How do we respond to our inner voice when it's negative? How do you respond to your inner voice when it is negative? Last question. What practices help me tune into my inner guidance? What practices help me tune into my inner guidance? All right. So those are the questions you can now answer on the screen, and I'm going to answer as well. What does my inner voice sound like? My inner voice sounds like my voice talking to me, and my inner voice is very kind and supportive. However, my inner voice has a director tone. I am a executive director. I am a creative director. I'm a person who's been directing and leading people for a long time. So while my inner voice is very kind and supportive, it also is very directorial. And I have to be careful with that because if I am directing my life in harsh ways, that's not good. I have to make sure that my director is kind and supportive. And this also aids me in the kind and support that I give to other people. How do I respond to my inner voice when it is negative? These days, I remind myself to not bother myself. I'm reminded to not bother myself. And that usually helps the negativity dissipate. I've been really working over it's been over 30 days with not bothering myself in any way. And as a result of me not bothering myself, others in my life don't bother me either. What practices help me tune into my inner guidance? I am coming back to yoga. You all know that I'm a big mindfulness and meditation person. I'm big on affirmations and self affirmations of hope and love and positivity. So, daily affirmations and yoga and being peaceful helps me tune into my inner guidance. And I'm grateful. And I believe that this is something that is possible for every person on the planet. It doesn't matter who you are. If you want to tap into your inner guidance and have peace, it is available to you. And our network is also available to you at lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link, loved and lovable. That's who we are. .bio.link. Learn more about our team there. Check out our services. Maybe sign up for a class. Maybe collaborate with us and connect. Who knows? The magic and the opportunities are infinite and endless. And so until next time, stay in your power, stay in your joy, and stay loved and lovable. I'll see you very, very soon. Take care, everybody.